Hey, and if you're going on a road trip or love journaling, then check out how I make my journal moving map. This is a gorgeous map, and you've got a little aeroplane there, and we can just move that along. This is for our travel day for our California road trip, going from home, which is from Manchester Airport across to Las Vegas. And it's just so cute and really easy to make. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best of your crafting machines and become your own designer. And today we are making this gorgeous travel moving map for our planners. It's really easy to do. I made it in Canva, uploaded it to Cricut and cut it out in Cricut. We've got the world with our locations, and we've got the aeroplane that moves between them. So there was a bit of head scratching involved in doing this just to get it right, but I'm happy with it now and happy to share it with you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to, first of all, Google Maps. Then we're going to go into Canva. Then we're going to get designing. All you're going to need is your Cricut, a printer, and your journal, and all of your normal Cricut tools. So let's get going. I will see you there. So we're going to head into Google and we are going to search our destination. So ours will be Manchester to Las Vegas, and that's going to bring us a Google search. From there, we are going to click on the map tag, and that will bring up this map. You want the Earth, and you're going to get rid of that line because it's got a line point. If you click on cycle, it removes the line. Now you can get rid of the side box, and you can scroll this in and out. Now I want to scroll it out, so I've got the full globe. It's got a nice glow on the back of it, and that's going to look really good when I print it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a screenshot of that section, and that's what I'm going to upload to Canva to start to make our moving map. So now in Canva, on the left-hand side at the top, you want to click Create and just choose an A4 portrait. That's probably the best size to choose. Then in the sidebar, you're going to go onto Uploads. We're going to upload our screenshot, and that's going to give us our map. So once that's in, you can drag it onto your document. So I'm not going to worry too much about sizing. I'm going to fill this as much as possible because then when it uploads to Cricut, it will be a higher resolution. So you want to have a fairly decent size, but I also want some other images on this as well. So I'm going to go to the side to Elements, and I'm typing in plain. Now we're in the free version of Canva. We don't want this to cost us anything. So we're looking for a free plain. I want something that's cute. So I'm going to choose this green one, but I don't like the colour. It's got a few tail things on it, but I'll worry about that after. So what I did then was I went up to the top bar to flip it because we want it going from Manchester to Las Vegas. Then I'm going to go on the colour bar and change the colour till I've got a colour that I'm happy with. And I think I'm going to probably go for a pinky theme. And now I have got my aeroplane. We want a circle because we're going to put a circle on the back to make the slider. All will become clear as we get further into the project, but you just want a simple circle bigger than your plane because this is going to be on the back of the paper to help you move your plane along the map. So just make it a colour that's going to blend in. So a blue or a green will probably work best. And then we want a rectangle. So I've got one here, but that's not right. So I'm going to go in and search again. So I've just made my colour blue. I've got a rectangle there that I've made blue. And then you can crop it to make it thinner. Now, I made mine too thin. So whatever I do double the thickness, if not a little bit more, because when it cut, it was too thin and I had to recut it. So my practice run I did with a thinner one. So make sure that you keep it nice and thick. And that's going to be the bridge that's going to attach your aeroplane to your circle. You can also, for that, just use cardstock in your scrap box, which will work equally well, and actually it's thicker, so probably work better. But I'm just setting this up so you know everything you need for the project. And what we're going to do next is we're going to download it. So just click download and download that. And then what I've done is I've got a white background. The reason my background's white as I download it is because there's no other white on the outside of any of those images. So it'll be easy to take the background off in Cricut Design Space. So when you get into Cricut Design Space, click Upload Next, brings you to this page. And this is where you take your back off. So if you look, it makes it look like you've got to pay, but actually the manual bit is free. So you're going to start by clicking on Select. The Select tool will take the back off. So you just click on the white back, remove it. Then click Erase. The Erase tool, you can erase off the three little black lines under the plane, and that gives you control. Click Next, click Flat Graphic, and then you're going to click Upload. And it might take a while. It takes it a while to think, but that will upload your image free without the back to Cricut Design Space. So now the image is in Cricut Design Space, I want to move everything a bit nearer, and we're going to do that with the contour tool. The contour tool is going to enable us to separate all of the images really easy. So you're going to start by duplicating your image. Once you've duplicated it, you're going to click on the contour tool and you can remove areas. We're going to remove every little bit. So we're going to do lots of duplicates. So this bit, we've got rid of everything but the map. So then what we're going to do is go back to the original image, duplicate that again, and we're going to get rid of another part. And what that's going to do is we're going to gradually separate everything just by doing this. You can also slice them out, but this is actually really quick and easy. So I've clicked apply there, and I've just got those images there. We need to separate those up even more because they've got such a big gap in between, and that's such a waste of paper. And what we want to do is put some words in as well. So I'm going to duplicate it again, leaving my original image there for now, just in case I make a mistake. So I'm going to get rid of 2 of those images. So I've just got my plane, click apply, and keep going until I end up with everything separate. So now I'm going to do that again. And now everything's separate, and we're going to add the slicer into the map. So I'm going to go into the free shapes bar. We want an oval shape, and that's what we're going to use to slice out and make it so we've got like a little running track almost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that over the map. I'm going to flip it slightly. We're not going to be able to tilt it. It's going to have to be straight because this is paper that we're using to drag. So we've got to be realistic with our expectations. So I'm not going to curve it. I'm just going to keep it straight. And then what we're going to do is just make sure that it goes between the 2 points. And I'm going to pull it really quite thin. So it needs to be rotated round again. Make it a little bit bigger. It's just about a bit of jiggery pokery until you get it exactly where you want it. Now, once you've got it where you want it, we can slice it out. Pull that round. You can just see that it's just about positioning. It needs to be a little bit thinner than this too. So now it's thin enough, we can slice it. But first of all, duplicate your map because you're going to need another copy. Once you've done that, which I didn't, so I have to go and get it again, right click, select and slice your image or your oval out of your map. I'm going to change the background to grey so you can see that you've now behind it. That's why you need a duplicate of your map, because when you pop your map on, it's going to sit behind it. So you can see here that I've actually got 2 maps now, and I'm just arranging all my files, but one is solid, one has got the slice out of it so that you can't see it through. Plus, we're going to build it with foam pads, so you might as well build it with its own image so that it looks better. So once I've done that, I'm going to do a few duplicates of my plane because I might just pop them in my file and use them elsewhere. And I also want to add some text. So just my philosophy here in my thinking is that I don't want to waste any space of my paper. So I might as well make some more ephemera, a few words to fill the gaps. So I'm going to just get the text tool, type in travel day, and I'm going to use this as a heading on this page. Then I'm going to go up to fonts. When the font bar opens, I'm going to click on the filter so that I can filter it for free fonts because I don't want to, or I don't have access. And then I'm going to scroll through and find one that I like. So I like the Little League font, which I think is a bit further down. I'm trying a few out, but I'll go for the Little League. And that's going to be a really great font. Now, what I don't want to do is cut all my letters out separately. So I'm going to go to the shapes bar. I'm just going to pull this in a bit because if you look, the letters are really far apart. So I'm going to decrease the letter spacing. That looks better. I'm going to change the colour to white. Then I'm going to go to the free shapes bar and I'm going to grab a rectangle to sit behind it. And I'm going to make a banner. I don't want to cut or spend time cutting and gluing separate letters. I haven't got the patience for that. So for me, I'd rather make a printable banner and choose the colours, and it just for me works better. So I'm going to choose a colour. So I've changed my background to print and cut so that I've got more realistic choices of colour because the cut colours just aren't as bright and vibrant for obvious reasons. So these are more clear. So I've flattened that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top and add an offset, just a slight offset. I've got a bit of a rounded corner on there. Click apply. and choose another colour, and this is just giving me a bit more of a border. Once I'm happy with that, I'll select all and flatten, and then I'm going to make another word. So I'm just going to position this, and I'm going to position it sideways because I'm all about saving space on the mat, and as much as I can fit in, put it sideways, upside down, whatever, as long as you can fit it in. So I'm going to do a couple more words now. So I'm going to do road trip and duplicate it twice, but I want to make it into a square. So I'm going to centre it. I have fast forwarded this. You can pause it at any stage, but I just feel like it's a bit of a waste of time when I'm just going over the same thing. So I'm changing the background colour. I'm going to change my background of my sticker to white. Or it's not a sticker, it's a piece of card. And I'm going to add an offset, then flatten it together. We're going to duplicate that so that we've got a couple of road trip words in different colours. These will go in any of the layouts. So I just want it so that I can put it into my plastic wallets in my planner so that on the road, if I need a sign, I've got it. Once I've done that, we're going to start to arrange everything. I'm going to duplicate my aeroplane again, make one a bit bigger and change it into the other direction because I just want, again, I might want that for the way home. Once I've done that, I'm going to select all and flatten it, and then we can start to prepare it to print and cut. So I'm just going to drag it in to make sure that my sizings are correctly. I've measured my book to make sure my map is the right size, and we're sending it here to print and cut. So I'm going to send to printer, click next, remove bleed, use system dialog, click print, and then you want to go into your quality and you want the best quality, and then you can send it to print. And here it is printing out. So we've got a world coming, and one we're going to cut right through, and the other one's going to be the back. So you don't have to do that, but I just thought it'd be a bit neater. And once we've done that, we are going to send it to cut. So I'm using my Cricut Joy Extra. I've set my material on heavy cardstock and more. And one thing you've got to really make sure is that when you put it on your Cricut mat, it's exactly the same as it looks on your screen, because if you put it differently, it's not reading it physically, it's reading a pattern. So it's got to be right. So it's read all the guide marks, and now we're cutting out. So this should be quite a simple one because they're all quite solid images. And I just can't wait to get building this and have a go. And here we are. So I did have a little test run and there was an issue. So I've cut it again and I want to correct it. It worked, but just not fully. But if it doesn't work properly, then I'm just letting you down. I'm not giving you value, should we say. When I first did it, I stuck them together when I did my test. But it didn't give it any space to move. And you're relying on the little piece of paper to move it. But it is quite thin and a bit fragile. So this needs to be thicker. So I'm going to cut a thicker piece with a piece of cardstock. So we're just going to cut that. That's better. And what I want is for that to go through there. And we want to, I'm going to give it 2 bends so that it goes through like that. And then that is what our aeroplane is going to sit on. This might be too big. Let me have a look. Oh, that's not too bad because I'd rather it work. And then the aeroplane is going to sit on that. And at the other end, it's going to sit on our circle. So you've got a bit of flexibility in there. So like a double bend almost, because you want to bend at one side and a bend at the other so that it's just got a bit of room to move. So we're going to build the back first, I think. So that's going to go there and we can slide that along. And then that is going to go on our circle. And then the circle is going to keep it on. So we're going to put the circle on first. I'm going to glue that down. Obviously, we don't want the glue to spread anywhere outside of that. And that's going to stop it falling through because you've got that top bit there. And that is going to slide. That needs to go further up. That's it, like that. And then that's going to go through there. And now when we move this, it's going to move. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these sticky pads to put on the back of the world. And these are like the cake topper strips. So it's just going to give us space. So it's going to sit on top. It's going to be stuck to it. It's not a shaker cake top or anything, so it doesn't matter about anything escaping. It's just because what we need to do is give our aeroplane space to move. I'm going to pop it together. Now, you don't have to put a back on. You could just use sticky pads to attach it, but by giving it that space, you can see there you've just got that little bit of space to move. So now we're going to pop it in our planner. So this is travel day, so this will go in the first day, and we're going to pop that there. And I'm going to use my Easy Runner Grand. And we're going to pop that in there. So we need our aeroplane so that it's on a flap like that, because what you can't do is just drag it. So now it sticks up and you can drag it, pull the tab and lift it along. And you can see there that because we've made it into a little loop, we can loop it on, push it flat, and there we've got our aeroplane. Because what I didn't want to do was share something that didn't work. And there we've got our sticky pad. We can just pop that over there and that's lifted, and that is brilliant. So the key for this is that you do the tab sticking out the top and pull it along like that. I think if you try and do it so it falls flat, it just doesn't work. I would have got away with it for one attempt, but we want works whenever we use it. And that's the way to do it, so that you've got your sticky pads at the side, you've got your aeroplane on a tab, the tab's on a circle, so that's not coming out. And how cute is that? And there we go. We've got our travel day map. So we are going from Manchester, United Kingdom, flying down to London, and then we're going across to Las Vegas. I will build the rest on the day. But until then, I've got all these extra little bits of ephemera that I'm going to pop in my journal so that I can use those as well. And how cute is this? I hope you enjoyed making it. It's just such a fun little activity, and it's not just for journals. You can also use it for cards, for holiday reveals. So when you guess where we're going on holiday, we go, hey, we're going to Disney. You can do it like that with a little Mickey ears sit on it. There's so much you can do. Please do let me know in the comments how you got on. I'll drop the playlist for the show of all of the travel journal activities and projects I've made in this trip so that you can watch them all one by one. And keep an eye out, because coming soon is my Hollywood sign. I'll give you a quick peek of that now. And I'm just in love with this. Are we ready? And look at that. So again, not finished because I'm going to finish it on the trip, but I wanted to get that in the book. Thank you so much for crafting along with me. I will see you next time, and happy crafting.